Navy sailor has been sentenced for the death of a fellow sailor and Brownsville resident. Corpus Christi Independent School District has appointed a new vice president of its board of trustees. And South Texas stands tall on USA Today's 10 Best Beaches list. This is South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, June 10th. A 21-year-old Navy sailor received a 44-year prison sentence after pleading guilty to multiple charges in the death of Angelina Resendez from Brownsville. Valley Central News and KRGV report that Jeremiah Copeland was sentenced Tuesday, 1 year to the day that Resendez's body was found near Naval Station Norfolk in Virginia. Resendez died by aggravated assault strangulation. Copeland pleaded guilty Monday to unpremeditated murder. As part of the deal, aggravated assault and abusive sexual contact charges were removed. He will also have to register as a sex offender. Corpus Christi Independent School District's Board of Trustees announced this week they have appointed Eric Villarreal as vice president. The board officially filled the vacant position during its June 8th meeting. Villarreal serves as client service manager with engineering and consulting firm Ardura Group, Inc. He represents District 1. The next regularly scheduled board meeting will be July 27th. South Texas stands tall when you're talking about the top beaches in the Lone Star State. They were well represented among the top of the state by voters in the 2026 USA Today 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. South Texas beaches making the list include I.B. McGee Beach in Port Aransas at number 10, Padre Island National Seashore South Beach ranked at number 7. Whitecap Beach was number 5 on the list. Mustang Island State Park ranked 4th. Malachite Beach at Padre Island National Seashore was 3rd. Aransas County's Rockport Beach ranked 2nd on the list. And at the top, Isla Blanca Park on South Padre Island. Corpus Christi Mayor Paul Equajardo said in a social media post that the beaches are the top reason people visit the city and a place both residents and visitors enjoy year-round. She also mentioned that visitor spending reached an estimated $1.2 billion last year. 25 News Now reports that the Victoria County Health Department has a new epidemiologist. Cortland Ballard replaces Dr. Emmanuel Opada, who served the county for 4.5 years. Ballard previously worked as an epidemiologist in Oklahoma. The Houston native holds both undergraduate and graduate degrees from Texas Tech University. In state news, a facility in Kerrville will play a key role in the eradication of New World screwworm. Texas Public Radio's Brian Kirkpatrick takes us to the Nippling Bushland U.S. Livestock Insects Research Laboratory.
The lab was named for the researchers who developed the sterile insect technique to slow or stop the spread of screwworm in the 1940s and 50s. Tens of millions of sterile flies have been released to interfere with screwworm reproduction in past decades. The USDA's Undersecretary for Research, Scott Hutchins, says they have a new fly that grew out of the work of those researchers.
We refer to it as the novo fly. The novo fly, novo is Latin for new, and it's the root for innovate. And this particular innovation is exactly that. It's going to allow us to almost instantaneously double the number of flies, sterile flies, that we put in the fight, because it's going to allow us to produce only male sterile flies.
The Agriculture Research Service is also working to develop an odor that specifically attracts screwworm female flies. Such an odor can be used to lure the females and eradicate them. And development continues on precise computer modeling on the fly and its movement using AI. Such modeling helps determine where sterile flies should be dropped into the wild. I'm Brian Kirkpatrick in San Antonio.
A Collin County jury sentenced 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony to 35 years in prison Tuesday for the murder of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet last year. Houston Public Media reports the decision came just hours after Anthony was found guilty of murder in the fatal stabbing. He faced up to life in prison. Jurors had the option of finding him guilty of manslaughter or murder if they didn't find him not guilty. The two charges are distinguished by intent. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is investigating FIFA over complaints that some fans may have been misled when buying tickets for the 2026 World Cup. As the Texas Newsroom's Lucio Vasquez reports, the inquiry comes just days before tournament matches begin in Texas.
Paxton's office says it received complaints from fans who bought premium tickets but were later assigned seats with less desirable views. This allegedly came after FIFA adjusted seating maps. Paxton says that may violate consumer protection laws. The investigation comes just days before Arlington and Houston host their first World Cup matches on Sunday. Tickets for the 2026 tournament have sold for thousands, with some seats selling for more than $10,000. I'm Lucio Vasquez in Houston.
FIFA did not respond to a request for comment on Tuesday. Nonetheless, soccer fans from around the world will be coming to the state this month for the FIFA World Cup, and North Texas health leaders have been preparing for the influx of people for about a year and a half. KERA's Abigail Ruman reports hospital and public health officials say what they're doing hasn't changed much, but how they do it has.
North Texas is used to big events, like the state fair or concerts. Local health leaders say the main difference with preparing for the World Cup is the scale. Courtney Edwards directs a team at Parkland Hospital that provides support and guidance for emergency medical services. Her team tends to focus on natural disasters and other emergencies that are more common.
Now we've just added a large sporting event to that.
Hospital leadership has been working to ensure additional staff are available, preparing the language translation service provider for higher demand, and adding more than 50 beds. At the same time, doctors and departments have been getting ready for health issues they already expect to encounter, including heat-related injuries, like severe sunburns or dehydration. Edwards says the planning process allowed Parkland to stress the plans it already has in place.
How things change a little bit is that integration with our partners, understanding their processes.
Parkland is a World Cup designated facility, meaning it will receive the patients if there's a mass casualty event or something that requires trauma-level care on the east side of the Metroplex during the tournament. That also meant participating in monthly meetings with emergency response partners. One of those partners is Texas Health Resources, one of the largest healthcare systems in the region with 29 hospitals. It also has a hospital that's a designated facility in Fort Worth. Becky Tucker is a senior vice president for the system. Its preparation was similar to Parkland's, including ensuring enough staff are available and understand the various emergency plans. Tucker says the 33 Texas Health Urgent Care Centers are also part of the system's World Cup plan.
We have taken an approach to ensure that our entire community within Texas Health is prepared.
But hospitals and emergency medical providers aren't the only part of North Texas's healthcare infrastructure that have been preparing for over a year.
We always say some weird infectious disease is only a plane ride away or something.
Dr. Philip Wong is the public health director for Dallas County.
Being able to be prepared for those things in such a large scale is probably the biggest challenge.
Dallas County Health and Human Services is testing for a wider range of diseases in both wastewater and mosquito traps. It is also responsible for contact tracing, disease prevention, education, and outreach, which can be complicated by the World Cup. Wong says public health officials have to share information in a wider range of languages and quickly identify infectious disease concerns, since fans may be traveling in from other countries and quickly going to another city in the U.S. But the department hasn't gotten additional funding, according to Wong.
There's a broad spectrum of things that could happen and impact us that we have to be prepared for all of these things simultaneously and at enhanced levels, but without really additional resources.
Despite the lack of support, Wong says the World Cup is a great opportunity for the region that took a lot of work from a lot of people. Courtney Edwards with Parkland says that work may benefit North Texas beyond the tournament.
Hopefully, the plans that we are putting into place aren't just for this event, that it is going to create lasting and sustainable change for our regional's response to big events.
I'm Abigail Ruman in Dallas.
Continuing on with sports, a proposed Dallas Stars arena in Plano is one step closer to reality. KERA's Emmanuel Rivas reports Plano approved $700 million in incentives this week to transform the shops at Willow Bend into a major sports and entertainment district.
The vote from Plano City Council includes millions in tax benefits for a new stadium after the Stars announced its intentions to leave the American Airlines Center. This does not authorize construction of an arena itself, but Plano Mayor John Munz is optimistic about the plan's future.
When we talk about why companies come to Plano, they think our community is safe. We have great education. We have qualified workforce. So all the above are that recipe why companies and sports teams are considering coming north.
Plano leaders could ask voters as early as November to approve additional venue-related taxes to finance the project. I'm Emmanuel Rivas in Dallas.
And the San Antonio Spurs are looking to even the NBA Championship Series tonight against the New York Knicks. The Spurs currently trail 2-1. Victor Wembanyama talked about what he's learned so far during the team's run in the finals.
Brace with your hands and not with your chin. Hit below the head if you do, and many other things, but most importantly, be relentless.
ESPN reports the NBA will not give a flagrant on an uncalled foul from Wembanyama against Knicks player Jalen Brunson during Game 3. Spurs fans in New York became targets of assaults following Monday night's game. Police say they made 21 arrests related to fan interactions. Texas State Senator Roland Gutierrez called on New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani to help keep the peace.
You need to get your cops in the right direction here because something is wrong. We don't do this to your people. We're not going to do this to your people.
Mamdani and other Spurs and Knicks players have condemned the actions. Tip-off is tonight at 7:30 p.m. And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.